This Just Drive segment is sponsored by Michigan Auto Law. In the 100 days after Memorial Day, teen crashes rise so dramatically that AAA has given these summer months a name, the 100 Deadliest Days for teen drivers. As the parent of young drivers, this scares the bejeebers out of me. Brandon Hewitt is here from Michigan Auto Law to talk more about it. I'm terrified every time they go out on the road, and maybe that never changes, but the teen drivers get into a lot of trouble. It's just a lack of experience.
It is. The three biggest factors we see for teen drivers is speeding, amazingly not buckling up. You would think that that issue would be resolved by now, but also distracted driving.
A couple statistics from the National Safety Council that you shared with me. An average 280 teens killed in car crashes each month during the summer. That's an increase of 26% compared with the other months of the year. That's crazy. 60% of teen crashes today are caused by what you mentioned, distracted driving.
Yeah. So 30% of the crashes involving fatalities also in Michigan are during these months. And you know, parents like yourself, we're thinking of driver's ed right now, and it's just a constant worry as far as putting these kids on the road.
All right, you mentioned speed is a problem, and I want to dig a little deeper on that because speed, and we just raised the speed limit on some highways in Michigan, right?
Yeah, so anybody that heads up north, I kind of see some of these these more northern highways, you're going to see speed limits. I think they went in last year, the year before, of 75 miles an hour. And it doesn't sound like a whole lot, 70 to 75, but it's shown that your ability to react and stop a crash just at that 5 mile an hour increase can be pretty serious. And people don't really realize how fast and how far your car is moving at those speeds. Even at 55 miles an hour, your car is moving a football field in 3 to 5 seconds. And that's what studies show, that's how long it takes to send a 3-word text message. So anywhere from 3 to 5 seconds, your face is away from that road or your eyes are away from the road, you've moved a football field. And that's plenty of time to cause a serious crash.
That's scary stuff. The young drivers, we do have some safety mechanisms in place in that they get a restricted license for a while. Tell me, there's kind of 2 tiers to that. Tell me a little bit about what those restrictions do.
So this went into a few years ago. So you obviously have your normal driver's permit when you're 15. But when you're 16 now, kids or teenagers graduate into a level 2 license. Basically, they cannot drive between 10 p.m. and 5 a.m. They can't have any more than 1 passenger who's under 21 years old, and they have to stay infraction free. No tickets, no violations. And so when they turn 17, you can get a full license, but if you've had any violation during those 12 months that you had a level 2 license, you're going to be stuck.
Going to have to prove yourself a
Exactly.
little bit more before you get that. You've got some safety tips for us, and I love these. Do not let your teenager drive when they're tired. That goes for all of us, but in particular, again, with these kids who don't have so much experience.
Yeah, this comes from the Secretary of State, which we think is doing a great job with, you know, keeping people informed. But kids, our teenagers are especially unable to recognize when they're too tired. So parents should really keep an eye on them, make sure that they are aware and awake before they get behind a wheel.
Do not let them drive when they're emotional.
Yeah, we know that emotions rule the day with teenagers.
Yes.
It's easy to know, don't let your kid get behind a wheel when they're crying and upset, but even being excited or angry, just the emotion in them is going to cause them to maybe be distracted or maybe drive too fast.
Yes.
So just make sure that your teenager is nice and calm before they get in the car.
And this one is interesting. Require purposeful driving. Okay, I know one of my kids got his license, Suave Bolero. He wanted to just go out and cruise, right? They just want to be behind the wheel. You want them to have a reason to be out there on the road.
This isn't Jimmy Dean days anymore, right? So I think this is the most important. Require that they are going somewhere when they get behind the wheel. Not, hey mom, I'm just going to take the car out for a while. And also make sure that they check in with you when they leave a destination and when they arrive at that destination, so you know exactly where they are and you can have an estimate how long it's supposed to take them to get there. So if they don't check in with you 15 minutes later, you maybe have a cause for concern.
All right. You're not a naggy parent. Brandon said you can do this. And you can learn more about Michigan Auto Law on their website. We've put a link to it on ours. Go to 13onyourside.com. Thanks, Brandon.
Thank you.